Hey folks, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add this content section with this header, text, also description and button right into your Shopify theme. Also, this section can go not only in any Shopify theme, but really on any page. And this is probably one of the most used sections that I use as a professional Shopify developer. A couple quick notes about it is that if we click on the section, we have an outer container here called content. And in this content container, we have a width. Out of the box, we just set a fixed width of 1080 pixels, but you could set it to whatever you want. If you're using Dawn or Horizon theme, we could also select those options and it'll naturally align to those themes widths. Also, if you are a developer, you can pass in your own custom CSS class for the theme width. Within the content section over here, we also have a layout, which is like the wrapper for all the different blocks. In the wrapper, we're actually able to add a background color, and there's a few different customization options that we have if we want to set a height and so on. But for example, if we want to set a background color, we could do so like that, and then add in, let's say 12 pixels around each area. And as you can see, we've already started to add in a little bit of styling. Then within the layout, we have this group block here, and the group is like another container for the content. And what's useful about the group block is if we only want this block to be so large, we can hit customize here and we can set the max width over here. So we could set it down if we want it to shrink, but obviously we don't want to do that because that looks ugly. But you can also set the direction of the content to vertical if you want to, make that. Let's go space between. Maybe we can give this a max width of full. And as you can see here, we actually have a lot of options for layout and spacing and so on to really style this any way we see fit. But I'm just going to revert my changes just so we go back to how it was over in the beginning. Great. Also, if you click into each one of the pieces of content, so the header, we can change the text. We can also change the text for the description, and we can also change the content within the button as well too. And again, if you are a developer, you can always hit customize, go down into enable developer mode, and then you can add in your own custom CSS classes and even write custom CSS directly inside the theme editor. Now, you may be wondering, how can you add this section to your theme? Well, it actually comes from this app here called Flexi. And again, full transparency, this is an app I developed myself, and I developed it because I was consistently working on client sites for Shopify Plus clients, and I needed a faster way to add in sections that not only looked great, but were also really coded well into themes. And so I also decided to make this app public for everyone as well. So this is supported by me. I used to charge $1,000 per section, but now you can get all my sections for only $12 per month, which is a pretty good deal if you think of it as having a developer in your back pocket. With that being said, even though this is typically a slider section, we do have some static sections like the content section that I just showed you, but you can also add in sliders through this app as well. Once the app is installed, we can go back into Shopify, and inside the app, you'll want to go to the slider sections tab and then select your theme, hit save, and then the section that we are using is called content. And so once we have that typed in, you can either install content 1, content 2, or content 3. They're just different variants of really the same section. Then just hit add section, go back into your theme, press plus to add in some content, and then we could type in, not section, we can type in content. And then as we can see here, we have all the different content sections. I'll just add in this one for reference. And as you can see here, it looks pretty fantastic out of the box. Great. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, if you're always working in the Shopify theme customizer, I highly recommend you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Anyways, cheers.